Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner for my Quick Tip Thursday. And this is episode number 59. Before we get started, I would like to thank these people for their comments on my last video. I really appreciate it. Okay, Sherry, you can put the video on now. My sister does not like when I do that. And I don't understand why, because she is one of the nicest and kindest people, but she doesn't like when I do that in my video. Anyway, let's get started. So you guys have seen me use this product before. It's a temporary adhesive spray. And what I use it for is I will take a piece of plain copy paper, spray the copy paper, and then lay fabric down over it, then trim it around it, and then run it through my printer so that I have printed fabric. Well, one of my good friends who was at my retreat told me about this product. It is this brand, and it comes 30 sheets. I will link it in the description box, but they are all ready to go in your printer. So I'm going to pull one out and we're going to print on it, and we're going to see how they work out. It also comes in big rolls, apparently. Let's see, I think the price, I will, when I go to edit the video, I will write down the price. I think it was kind of expensive. They're way over $1 a sheet, but if they work good, that's great. So I've got one out, and as you can feel, on this side is the fabric and this side is the paper. So what I'm going to do is slide it into my printer. And what I'm going to do, I told you guys that my next journal that I want to make is kind of a French, feminine type of journal. But I do have Roxy Creations, Her Italian Ladies. And so I'm going to try to print one of those pages off. And let's see, we want to do page 7 because I'm going to do the purple. And I also am going to change, they recommended in the instructions, and they are here, they recommended to put your printer on like a higher resolution of, so that the ink actually sits into your fabric, or goes into the fabric, or better. Sorry, I can't get that out. So I'm going to do the print quality as the best. And let's just see if this works. My printer's been acting up a little bit. It's been saying that it's jammed, and it's not jammed. So I don't know what's going on with it, but let's see if this works. So I have to tell you about my day. So I started out with a day in which, let's just say, my daughter, when she was a little girl, she used to say, "I'm fragile today, Mom." And I was fragile this morning. And now I think I'm going to tear up a little bit because I feel fragile today. I'm not going to go into why I feel fragile, but let's just say it had to do with being excluded. and none of us like to be excluded. And so it's made me feel quite fragile. But let's move on. On the positive side, thank goodness, I had a massage scheduled for today. And so when I went to my massage, like I said, I was kind of fragile and tearful. But after that massage, I came out of there with that woman working on my sore old back and my sore old shoulders for 90 minutes. And I came out feeling fantastic. I felt good. And something else positive happened. So I hadn't realized that my sticker for my car registration, it expired a few months ago. And so I'm going to just do something while we're printing. I'm going to make a little envelope here with some origami paper. But anyway, my sticker had expired. And what happened is I was working on my taxes, and you can write off what it costs you to do your taxes, or what it costs you to register your car. Think, Juanette, think. So I was doing my taxes. Yes, I know I'm late. I had to file an extension. And I didn't have that amount. So I thought, what the heck's going on? So I went digging. Long story short, that's when I realized that they had expired. I think the renewal had gone to my old house. So then I went online to the DMV to try to renew it. And it showed that I did not have that car in the DMV a database. And I'm thinking, well, I have an Arizona license plate. Yes, it's there. I know it's there. And so I called the DMV and I got a hold of this lady. Her name was Violet. And she was the nicest person. She said, well, ma'am, one thing is, for some reason, it has you down as having two accounts here. And she said, what you're going to have to do is come down to get that done. And like I said, I was tearful, and I was not tearful about the DMV situation. It's something else. And so I kind of got choked up and was crying a little bit. And she asked me if I was okay. And I said, yes, I'm not crying over the DMV thing. It's something else, dear. And I said, I had just driven by the DMV because I had to go get the emissions testing done. And I said, oh, I just drove by there. But I said, I will come tomorrow and get that registered. And like I said, I was tearful, and we hung up. Well, not 5 minutes later, she called me back because she had my phone number. And she said, ma'am, I think I can fix. Now, how did this go? I think I can fix this. I'm going to try to have somebody roll over your car into the one account, because she said, I know it's not showing up. in that account. And I was like, that would be wonderful. So she said, I'm not going to keep you on hold. I'm sorry, I had to take off my glasses. The thing about this, I want this really close in there. So she said, I will call you back if I can do that. And do you know, she called me back and she said, I was able to get that transferred over. And so you don't have to come in. So I pulled it up online and I was able to register my car without going there. And so it just goes to show you that there are still some very kind people in the world who go out of their way to assist you. And especially if you are kind to them, because like I said, I was tearful, and when she told me I had to come in to get it taken care of, I said, oh, that's fine. I can do that. I wasn't angry with her. I wasn't nasty with her. Had I been either of those things, if I had been ugly with her, do you think she would have gone out of her way to get that transferred over for me? No, she wouldn't have. I don't know what the heck's going on with me today. Why I'm so, like my daughter used to say, I'm so fragile. But anyway, I'm making an envelope here. And this, I had watched how to make these envelopes earlier today from piles of paragraphs. My friend Lori, her YouTube channel, she showed how to do this. So, yeah, I will link her channel. And the only thing about my origami paper is it was only one-sided. So I wanted to be able to see a nice pattern on the, on the inside. So it's a little gusseted envelope. They're just as cute can be. So that folds in like that. Yeah. I don't think I got that quite so perfect. And you know me, I want it to be perfect. Oh, I got 5 minutes, and then I got to go pick Pascal up from work. But I think I'm going to make it. I think it's good enough. And then let's do a corner rounder here to round this off. And then I'm going to show you yeah, look at that. It's gusseted. Now I want to put just a tiny little bit of glue down there in that. I'm going to use the art glitter glue because it has a finer tip here, because it's kind of coming apart here. So yeah, so anyway, so it ended up being a really good day. I had a gal from the DMV help me out. I don't have to go down there. And I got a really nice massage. And Pascal and I will sit down and have dinner together after I'm done. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and a little bit there, up here at the top here. And then lay that down and then fold that in. And then we're going to fold this down so that it meets. There we go. Look at that cute little gusseted envelope. I probably should have, I think I could go down a little bit more on that. The only thing is when you do stuff like that and you don't do it exactly perfect, it makes a line in your paper already, but yeah, that's okay. And it's a nice little gusseted envelope. Okay, so let's take a look at this fabric that I printed out and see how it is. Oh, that is nice, you guys. Look at that. So I no longer have to do that spraying. I can get the edge of this here. There we go. Wow. Is that not cool? That definitely made it much quicker than using this spray stuff. So anyway, you guys, I am going to link this product in the description box. I've got this all set for my new journal I'm going to work on. Don't worry about me, you guys. It just sometimes it's just life. It's life. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me, you guys, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for Slow Stitch Saturday. Thanks and bye-bye.